フォーエバースーパー戦隊、ゼニスマン。
Continuing on from the previous episode in Emerald City from Wizard of Oz in Otojabon Oshitopia, the 6 Zenithman along with the 5 Zencagers get confronted by Edo along with the 4 people that the Zenithman met back from their own world. Murata in episode 20, Kizu in episode 21, Ruiko in episode 22, and Suoga in episode 23. As these 5 names are announced, this made Garan figure out that those names are reversed katakana spelling of Doi, Talam, S, Coil, and Jelth, the Irish translations of burn, land, water, forest, and wind respectively, representing the Malice 5's elemental motifs, making the Zenithman surprised on who they really are as those 5 pull out their weapons to transform into those mystic knights themselves, Malice Ignis, Malice Terra, Malice Aqua, Malice Silva, and Malisora, roll calling as the Jaku Sentai Malice 5 who reveal their plan of getting rid of the Zenithman from their homeworld to the Zencagers so that the Knights can gain lots of credits for Z- to create that computer being's body to turn the Earth into AI just like what happened to Zoltar. Now that they got Zenithman stranded as part of the Malice 5's final chance, those Knights can finally take down the Harmony Sentai along with the Zencagers and the Centaurings from ruining Z-'s plan.
レガシー25話、全開ゼニス。
The Zenithman and Zencagers will not let that happen to not only the Zenithman's world, which is the Reset Goes Yuja world, but also every universe the Super Sentai lived if Z- planned that next, and that the Zenithman are this close to gather the 50 Centaurings with those representing Sentai inside wishing to bring back the first 10 Zoltarians as Jacomans while freeing Zoltar from Z-'s control, although it has been a half-decade since they liberated the parallel worlds from Tendo's grasp. The Zencagers are still continuing to fight at full power full throttle, Zenryoku Zenkai, for peace and happiness across the multiverse as well as their Sentai friends' homeworlds, which is nostalgic to them. The 2 teams will defeat the Malice 5 in time for the Harmony Sentai's summer vacation in their own homeworld, as they now transformed with Leva using the Zencager ring to transform into Tokaiser of the World Pirates, which within the body's white void mind features Zock's siblings as well for support, performing their roll call from Zencager, with Zax taking control of his body to perform his roll call before Leva takes over to introduce herself as Z6, Zenith Leva, to Zenithman, backwards from Z5 to Z1, and attack the 5 Mystic Knights outside of the Wizard's throne room of Emerald City, Zenith White and Zenkaiser vs Malice Ignis, Zenith Black and Zenkai on vs Malice Terra, Zenith Pink and Zenkai Majin vs Malisora, Zenith Blue and Zenkai Rune vs Malice Aqua, and Zenith Yellow with Tokaiser, later into Aran and Shinken forms, and Zenkai Jin vs Malice Silva. Later when getting weakened, the Malice 5 brought in the 5 Jacomans to weaken the 2 teams, Jadoshaman, Jadoshu from Shinkenger, Death Gullion from Zakager, Jork Matterman, Jark Matter from Karanger, Hukaman, Huku from King Ahir, who was the one to send the Zenithman to the Zencagers universe, and led by Taj Tendo from Zencager, with the intention of flooding Nostal City, killing living beings as a game, enslave them, creating conflicts, and trapping planets respectively. The 2 teams won't give up from letting the villains harming the universes everyone cherishes, as Zenith White uses the Goranger and Gokager rings to bring out the 5 assembled Gorangers and the 6 heroic pirates Gokager to assist them, with the Karanger apologizing to Zenkaiser that he didn't notice Iran as the Red Ranger against Super Warmino World. The 22 Rangers then continue the battle against each 5 Knights and Jacomans, as section along with the Ozans cheer on the heroes. During the battle, Zenkaiser and Tokaiser use the Zenkaiger gears to transform into Super Zenkaiser and Super Tokaiser, making Zenith White amazed that he wants a super form like them, and together with their friends weaken the 5 Jacomans to rescue the Zoltarians out of their bodies, all except for Taj Tendoman who gets killed by the Malice 5's combined finishers to get turned into a giant. Wanting to prevent this quick, The Zenithman formed their weapons into the Ensemblaster, while the Zencagers with the upgraded Zenryoku Zenkai Cannon to perform the Harmony Blast and Zenryoku Zenkai Finale Buster version 50 respectively, destroying the 4 Jacomans and Malice 5 for good. The Kakeyaminoid Zencagers then changed into their mecha forms, while Zenkaiser unleashing the cannon into the Zenryoku Eagle, with Zenith White inside, and Tokaiser summoning the Crocodile via the ring to weaken Togtendo a bit until the Moris arrived at the garden tried to kill the Jacaman, prompting the first 5 formed into the Zenryoku Zenkai while Leva turning into Super Tokaiser ST with the ship to form into Super Tokaio to get rid of the Moris, who get destroyed by Super Tokaio's drilling thrust finisher. However, were attacked by a giant knight who is revealed to be Malice, who managed to survive the attack by gathering his fellow knights' powers to become a crimson giant knight by the name Malice Furin's armor. As he then weakens the 2 robos until Zenith White uses the Gozyuja ring to summon both father and son, Tega Sword and Good Burn to assist the Robels before they combine into Tega Sword White Burn to weaken both Togtendilman and Malice with the Tega Sword Heartbreaker, cutting open the Jacaman's body for Zenith Whiter and Zenkaiser to head inside to find the female's Ulterian, which is revealed to be the real Yusel at last, rescuing her from the body and destroying the number 45 Jaku ring from her index finger, allowing the Zenryoku Zenkaio to perform the Zenkager, All Sentai Final Big Bang version 50, taking down both Togtendoman and Malice for good. That results in the end of the Malice 5 for good, restoring Otojaban Ashitopia and brainwashing its residents' memories of the assault after cheering the 2 Sentai on their final victory. After the transforming while Tokaiser returning to the number 46 ring, the Zenithman thanked the Zencagers for the help, knowing that they'll continue protecting the universe from harm's way, and talking about Zenithman should have their own Robo-War mecha to be like the 50 Super Sentai before them. As the Kikai Sentai Zencager then opened a portal for the Zenithman to head back home to their own universe, resulting the Zencagers in section to return to the number 46 Sentai ring as well, with Kaito giving his last words to the Zenithman to have a happy summer vacation. Zenkai, taking Yusel along with 5's Ulterians they have rescued in Otojaban Ashitopia. The 6 Zenithman then went to the portal to head back to Nostal City to leave their 5's Ulterians there for happiness before teleporting to Heiimu's base for Yusel to finally reunite with Heiimu and Tsugi, as she apologizes that Heiimu's actions that the AI within the computer these Ulterians found was indeed evil and that she wants to help them for these Ulterians' forgiveness. The Zenithman watched on before Heiimu congratulates them for saving Yusel before he shortly scolds Mosiah for leaving his transinger at base and that he needs to keep that device entering in case there is an emergency caused by Z-, which that evil force will make their strike back at any time. After Mosiah apologizes that he might finally take a break from fighting, he and the Zenithman then head back to Nostal City inside Nostalgia Center by sunset to hang out with Suito and Tiara's friends, Cario, Bang, and Diane one final time before going on vacation tomorrow on July 23rd Friday. Tomorrow by early morning, the Zenithman packed up to head to the Zenith party bus brought by Garan within Sogo Motor Corporation's secret room to take a vacation trip to Japan, where the team decided on it since this is where most Super Sentai were from to protect it from their own enemies. And they thought to head there to see how it changed from being the Gozyuja's world before the Super Sentai's final battle against Angus that reset everything. The 6 then bid farewell to Heiimu, Tsugi, and Yusel before traveling off high to the sky to head to Japan. But the team will be prepared for any more attacks from Z- who might counter-strike on them during the summer vacation. As this episode of Chapter 2 comes to an end for Arc 1 finally,